Hi, everybody. Welcome to Castor'sCorner.com. I'm your host, Khalil, and thank you for joining us for another Toy of the Day here on our live YouTube channel. So happy that you guys could join us tonight. A full gallery of this figure will be up on Castor'sCorner.com. You can also follow us. We are at Castor's Corner on all social media, and check out the Cornercast podcast every Monday night. We've got some great guests coming up, and you're not going to want to miss some of them for sure. Hit subscribe somewhere on the page because more videos are coming about this topic. I feel like we're doing a lot of He-Man videos lately. But that's what's coming out pretty consistently in multiple scales. So yeah, it's kind of just been all about that. I feel like I'm talking so much about it though. It feels a little bit weird, and I'm trying not to tread on doing the same talking points every time. So I know I absolutely was not. After the Skelegod incident, and he's still in a box back here, I'm still not impressed with him, but I have him, and loving the new Battle Cat that we did a few days ago, and really honestly feeling the other night like I was like not having anything relatively new to talk about or relevant. Bill found the new Masterverse. I guess they're called Masterverse, right? They're these. There's the Masters of the Universe Revelation Masterverse figures. So Bill keeps finding them, and then I keep going, I really don't need them. I really don't want them. And Ben asked me today, did I pick them up? Yes, Ben. Yes, I picked them up. And tonight we're going to talk about this guy. I usually save my favorite figure of the wave for the end. But I'm going to start with him. So growing up, Moss Man here was, for some reason, I don't remember him in the cartoon, to be 100% honest with you. I don't remember anything about him in the cartoon. I just remember being on, I think it's Barnum Avenue in Bridgeport, by the old Roy Rogers. For those of you that grew up there or know the area, it is now where Walmart is, like that area. There's Jake's Way Back, I think, over there now, and Burlington Coat Factory. Anyway, I remember being in the back seat of my mom's Plymouth, and wanting this guy. Like, he is the only Masters of the Universe figure I remember chasing and thinking in my head, I hope when we go to Bradley's, he's there. And I just remember, like, we got to find Moss Man. We got to find Moss Man. We got to find Moss Man. He was different than everybody else. He had the or the sound that they made. Still got them. Oh, we still got these. This sound. That sound. So he still had that sound, right? But he smelled. They put pine scent in with the figure, and he was flocked, which means he was fuzzy. He felt like moss. It was the coolest gimmick I remember in that line. Like, it was just so cool. And so every time they've done a Moss Man figure, with the exception of the 2000X line, I did not get that one. I didn't like the gimmick they were playing. I understand they were trying to go back and do what they did and make him a flocked Beastman. But Beastman was so vastly different in the 2000X line. He wasn't just like the standard buck. He was like huge. And that wasn't what I thought Mossman was. I think he was a convention exclusive. It was just, and there was so much drama around it. God, that time, like, with with incompetence at the helm, it just wasn't my cup of tea. And then when he came out in the classics line, I bought two. I have one in the box. It still smells pine fresh. And then the other one's loose, of course. But he was my favorite figure of that line as well. I even bought the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Mega Constructs and the single pack that isn't flocked and the one that is. So yeah, I am a big fan. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But I am. And so here he is. I saw him the first time when they talked about doing the Masterverse line, and they showed him as a silhouette with his big tentacled hand. Oops. Pegs are kind of short on these guys to put it on there. You have a big, and we see this problem too, where like it is too big for him to actually hold his arm up. That joint just completely, there we go. That's better. But it's very loosely in there. It's not, you can see that like, it's very wibbly wobbly. They tease this, and sure enough, here he is. And yeah, no, he was the reason I wanted to get these. And so Bill found them a couple weeks ago, and I've been checking Brickseek every day, trying to find them, waiting for them to show up. And then, of course, like I got there, and I'm like, I need content. So I bought a Moss Man. So I got him, which I'm really happy about. I think he came out really good. Would I have liked him flocked? Yes. Do I hope that Mattel takes the tack that they always do and make the flocked one lately exclusive? Fine with that. I'll chase it down because I want it. But he looks good nonetheless. And of course, I picked up the rest, but we'll talk about those another day. So he's this, 7 inches tall. He can fit, sorta fit. They've got weird hips. It's hard to tell because of the loincloths, but they do like drop down, but they're not the normal drop down hips. At a certain point, like they can't go back in anymore. Like I can't, no matter what I do, I can't. So you have to push it in. I don't know if you heard the pop. Let's see if I can do it again. No, it didn't pop. They have to pop back into place. They're not just like the simple slip down so they can fit on things. Drop down hips. So he does fit on Battle Cat, so you get an idea of scale there, how big he is. Here he is. There we go. Popped back in. Here he is next to a McFarlane figure, so he's about the same size as a McFarlane figure. Yes, I know. I have not done this one yet. And I got a Legend just sitting. So he's a little bit taller than a Legend figure. So, he's that bigger scale. He definitely is. It's not the standard 6-inch scale. It's more of a 7-inch scale. He's got rooted feet, 4 toes and fingers. He's got the old style belt that's kind of wrapped. Looks like it's wooden wrapped. It looks really cool, I think. If you were to pop the head off and pop on Swamp Thing, I don't think I'd be able to tell the difference, to be honest with you. But that's okay. In the trailers, he looks huge. He's using this big, huge hand, and he's like coming down on top of something, on top of somebody. So, I think he's going to be a lot bigger or grow in a lot of different shapes in the cartoon coming up in about 2 weeks. Jeez. So there you go. There he is. I think he's worth it. They were like $20. He comes with this appendage, which is molded for his right hand. Just the way that the hand itself is kind of like cut off there, and the hand's kind of going out. It's shaped to be his right hand. He also comes with like open hands like these. He comes with a closed fist so he can hold on to things, but he doesn't come with any weapons. And then kind of just like open. So he comes with like this, comes with this, and he comes with this. Is the best way to describe it. I'll put pictures of all the hands up there. So, but that's a lot for a figure like this to come with 6 hands, 3 pairs. It's a lot for something like that. But I think that he's, I really like I really like the detail work on it. I like all the wooden parts. He's got little leaves coming off of him in places. He's kind of mossy, around the knees. Kind of see it, but you can see that like there's not a lot of depth to the figure itself. The light makes it look so much better than it does in person. It just looks like one great big green mush. And I'll talk about that more with the other figures as well. There's like an unfinished feeling to these guys that I don't see some in other lines as much. It's just there's something off a little bit about it. It might be the fact that there's not a lot of painted pieces. There's a lot more molded pieces. I don't know. I think that might be it, that a lot of the plastic is molded in the color that it is, and there's not a lot of overpaint or a lot of different colors, and that goes for the other ones too, but we'll talk about that later. So there you go. Full gallery up on castorscorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of it. Some cute ones at Jackson are up on our TikTok page. You can check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts every Monday night. We've got some great shows coming through the end of July and through August. Really excited about those. And hit the subscribe button somewhere down below to help us, because the more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. And really, that's so much fun. It's such a big part of this journey. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for an all-new toy of the day here on castorscorner.com. Have a good night, everybody.